Just when global markets were bracing for impact, Trump blinked. Well, kind of. In a surprise move, President Donald Trump announced a 90-day pause on his newly minted reciprocal tariffs for over 75 countries that have begun or agreed to begin trade talks with the US.
I did a 90-day pause for the people that didn't retaliate, because I told them if you retaliate, we're going to double it. And that's what I did with China, because they did retaliate. So we'll see how it all works out. I think it's going to work out amazing. I think that our country is going to be at the end of a year or shorter, but I think we're going to have something that nobody would have dreamt possible.
What does that mean? Those countries now get a temporary lifeline, a reduced tariff rate of 10% down from the earlier punishing rates as high as 46%. It's not a full thaw, but it's definitely a pause in what looked like a brewing global trade war. Countries likely to benefit include India, Vietnam, Japan, South Korea. These nations will breathe a little easier for now. But not everyone got mercy. China just saw its tariffs skyrocket to 125%.
In the effort of transparency, we're here to talk about the president's latest statement regarding his America First trade plan. As you all know, the president just put out a statement announcing an additional tariff on China. The tariff on China will now go up to 125%. Because China imprudently decided to retaliate against the United States. And as I said at the podium yesterday, when you punch at the United States of America, President Trump is going to punch back harder. In that same vein, we have had more than 75 countries from around the world reach out to President Trump and his team here at the White House to negotiate better trade deals for the American worker. We have been overwhelmed with the amount of requests from countries around the world. I'll let the Secretary speak to that. We will continue with the tailor-made negotiations that I spoke about yesterday. In the meantime, there will be a 90-day pause on the reciprocal tariffs as these negotiations are ongoing, and the tariff level will be brought down to a universal 10% tariff.
Trump didn't mince words. He accused China of showing a lack of respect for global markets, US sovereignty, and even basic trade norms. It's no longer a trade dispute. It's a full-blown trade war with American soybeans, iPhones, and cars caught in the crossfire. US markets took a dive initially, but rallied after the tariff pause was announced. Investors cheered the strategic cooling off, especially as over 75 countries got a shot at diplomacy. But Trump didn't stop there. He warned that any retaliation will be met with double tariffs. The message: negotiate, don't escalate.
And we saw the successful negotiating strategy that President Trump implemented a week ago today. It has brought more than 75 countries forward to negotiate. It took great courage for him to stay the course until this moment. And what we have ended up with here, as I told everyone a week ago, they're in this very spot, do not retaliate and you will be rewarded. So every country in the world who wants to come and negotiate, we are willing to hear you. We're going to go down to a 10% baseline tariff for them, and China will be raised to 125 due to their insistence on escalation.
Let's be clear, this 90-day pause isn't a blanket exemption. The following remain untouched and in full force: sector-specific tariffs on steel, aluminium, and automobiles. And Canadian goods, especially energy and auto parts, remain under separate, hard-hitting tariffs. So while Japan and South Korea might get a break on general exports, their steel still pays the price. Some say Trump is using tariffs like a negotiation sledgehammer, bashing his way to the table. Others argue it's pure chaos, hurting US businesses, farmers, and allies alike. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says countries are lining up to talk. But here's the thing. This isn't just about trade, it's about power, positioning, and perception. Trump is betting that economic leverage can redraw the world order, not just trade flows. The real question is, will it work? Or will America find itself isolated, even as it tries to isolate China? One thing is certain, Trump's tariffs are more than just taxes on trade. They are tests of loyalty, tests of power, and for many nations, a test of survival. Farhan Khan for India Today Global.